the strategic importance of semiconductors just cannot be understated because it's economic security is national security. So will there be any discussion on semiconductor issues, supply chain resilience at APEC?
So our focus in APEC has been on, when it comes to supply chains, has been on supply chain resiliency. How can we make sure that, economies have the information that they need in order to set up supply chains that will be resilient in the face of various challenges. Within APEC, we have a supply chain resiliency action plan, which is now, I believe, in its third year, and certainly is a product of some of the things that we learned during the COVID pandemic. And you're absolutely right. I mean, semiconductors is one of those sectors where we've seen, some really significant challenges in recent years when there's been shortages of certain kinds of semiconductors. We do talk with our partners in Taiwan and other APEC economies about some of the challenges that they're having. In Taiwan's case, they're one of the largest semiconductor producers in the world, but may not have as much production of some of the other key sectors. And so we really need to keep those communication lines open on how we can work together to address that very significant challenge. There are a lot of sideline conversations at APEC meetings about current challenges, and certainly how some of these issues are being addressed can be discussed on the sidelines anytime these economies get together.
So it sounds like APEC continues to be a forum where I think the region feels that it wants to work together, right? So it's also big news that finally that Xi Jinping is attending the Leader Summit, and sounds like Biden and Xi Summit is indeed taking place.
High-level officials on the U.S. side throughout the year, we stressed that we want to keep the lines of communication with the People's Republic of China open. And so, I've had a number of different high-level visits to Beijing in the last year. Secretary Blinken, Secretary Raimondo, Secretary Yellen, Special Envoy Kerry, and then certainly, welcoming Foreign Minister Wang Yi to Washington the week before last. And so keeping the lines of communication open is very important. From my perspective as U.S. ambassador for APEC, I think this is, again, one of the really exciting things about APEC's value add is that it is a place which is convening leaders on an annual basis where we can really have very high-level conversations, both multilaterally and bilaterally.